What's up, everybody? This is Nestor, your brother in peace, love, and justice, and this is Duality of Sorts. So I wanted to start off by just saying thank you so much for everybody that liked, commented, and shared our last episode on ridiculousness. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I think you're going to like it. So today's episode is kind of connected back to that ridiculousness that's happening in our society. But this episode is really a plea for peace. Now, I know things have been ridiculous, as my last episode talked about, but we're in a special moment right now. A moment where things have been ratcheted up at this ridiculous level, where people are getting shot up in synagogues under the guise of political fear, where a man who survived the Holocaust, 80 years old, he has to worry about surviving in the US. That's scary. Where critics of the Trump administration aren't just receiving bomb threats, they're receiving real bombs in the mail. We are ratcheting up the scariness at an incredible level. And my plea to you is a plea for peace. My plea to you is a plea for civility. It's a plea for us to look at each other as people again, and not our ideology. We've gotten to the point where we're angry about everything the other side does. We're angry about just anything that happens, and in that anger, we stoke fear and contempt. And we no longer see each other as humans anymore. We see each other as problems to be fixed or to be solved. That's not who we are as a country. We have a caravan going down to our southern border, and we are losing our minds because we're stoking fear. Let's be the country we used to be. Let's be the country that welcomed people in. Let's be the country that acknowledged a person's humanity. Those people on that bus are still people. They're not a problem to be fixed or ignored or anything. They're people. Let's figure that out. How far does it have to go? How far does it have to go before we start recognizing people as people again? How far does it have to go before we lay down our arms and say, let's talk to each other? And in my world, that talking to each other is #working in the gray. How far do we have to go? Now, I know we're all super thirsty. We're thirsty for justice. We're thirsty for power. But in that thirst, we're drinking salt water, not fresh water. And yes, that salt water will satisfy that immediate thirst, but long term, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to cause us harm and unhealth as an individual and as a country. Let's not let it get any further than it already has. Work with me and #working in the gray. Let's start acknowledging our humanity again. So join me in doing that. Now, I know many of you feel like these episodes are so short, I want to hear more. Now you have an opportunity to do that, because this Sunday, November 4th, I will be on WMNF's Urban Cafe from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. I'm going to put the link right here, but it's also going to be in the description, so make sure you hear us. You can ask questions, you can be a part of the conversation. So make sure you check that out. So thank you so much for joining me, and more importantly than anything I've said is go vote. Make sure you get to the polls. Polls are open now. Get to the polls now or wait until November 6th, but whatever you do, vote, and then make sure we keep the peace no matter what the results are. This has been Duality of Sorts. My name is Nestor, your brother in peace, love, and justice. We'll see you next week.